Welcome guys, let's play and chill. Today we're gonna be doing the DLC the first Dishonored game. I think there's two. It's the Knife of Dunwall and then the sister one, whatever. You can play as Dog, an assassin that I end up letting live. And I come back to let's do this. And if I'm correct, Dawn's the one that kills the Empress.
One more job shouldn't have mattered. I'd killed nobles before. You could float a whaling ship, and the highborn blood I've spilled. Another noble steps in to replace the last one. All equally corrupt. Why should an empress be different? But she was. I watched her bodyguard's face as they took him away. Dead eyes. I knew I'd pay for this one. Maybe I deserved to. A storm was coming that would shake apart everything I'd built.
No! Get away from her! Corvo!
Kinda necessary, bro.
Mommy!
I know your job's an assassin. That's what you're supposed to be doing. But truly unnecessary. And now look where you're at. In the other world. The spirit world. There's a... I don't think I did that right. Started getting into boxing again. I hadn't been to boxing for a very long time. I'm still pretty young. Like, my first exposure to boxing is like... I mean, I'm still pretty young. I'm not like old. I do have some history with it. Like, I was like a small
Dowd,
kid. Like
my
Tyson,
old friend.
Like Lennox Lewis.
It's been a long while, but you've got my
interest.
interest again. How the years pass and the bodies fall. Did you know that there are only 8 like you
These
in
guys
the
are ride or
world,
die.
bearing my
He's
mark?
got that mark to few
I'm
people.
here because you're right.
He ain't no
The Empress was different.
interdimensional hoe or anything
This
like that.
time, you can't just fade away into the shadows.
But all
There will
consequences
be
to your
consequences.
actions. Your action doesn't equal
Your
marks that
story
reaction
is
trigger.
close to ending, and even you can't escape it. But what ending will you make for yourself? I'm here to give you one last
Thank you.
gift, Dowd. It's a mystery. One that starts with a name. Delilah.
Huh.
For 6 months, the city writhed and changed. For 6 months, I tried to forget what I'd done to the Empress
I never
and her
asked
little
the
girl.
question of where the Emperor was.
But there was no forgetting.
Who's her father?
I needed to find my next move. But all I had was that name. Delilah. Who was she? A threat? Or an ally? Word came from my second-in-command, Billy Lurk. In a house built on secrets. Lurk was especially good at uncovering them.
In this DLC.
There was a ship called the Delilah. It hunted whales for Bundry Rothwild. A former deckhand who'd made good.
Thickens.
Now he owned a slaughterhouse, and he ran his workers like a prison gang. A ship named Delilah. It could be a coincidence, but it's not. In Dunwall, things are always tangled up like a bag of snakes.
Okay. Where are we going? Really? Interesting. Well, you know me. See what's enemies. So I have a wrist bow. Really? That's it? Yes, please. Is there like no money in this game? Because I feel like why wouldn't people just do this? Probably gonna immediately regret it. Yeah, I need at least one. Yeah, why not? Let's just go for it. But I also don't have a lot of health. Ugh. Screw it, I'll find health. Okay. Okay. Where? So void gaze.
Dowd, you're here. I got bored, so I started without you. Turns out we're here on the perfect day. There's a strike at the plant, and it's no wonder. Rothwild runs this place like a prison. The stupid workers can't even get in without a time card. When the strike started, the butchers confiscated all the cards they could find. They've given the City Watch free rein to use force. If you ever wondered why I wanted out of the slums, here's your answer. There'll be other ways in, I'm sure of it. You don't mind if I tag along, right? Just to keep an old man safe. One last thing. I found something for you. I know you collect these. I'll be on the rooftops till you need me.
Go on. Get off the property or we'll lock you up too.
Entrance.
You have to give me back my time card. I can't... Yeah, you had no right to take it.
How far does this blink go?
Try and get past me, and I'll see you swinging from a meat hook.
Go home, Miss... Orders are to confiscate those cards. No exceptions. I ain't seen one.
Oh, the time stopper thing is I mean, I have my blink, but it's not quite the same. Okay.
Should we gather for whiskey and cigars tonight? Indeed, I believe so.
So with this, I don't think I can see. Well, I told you. Not the brightest one.
It looked like he just disappeared. I know you're here. I know you're here somewhere, scum.
Certainly not going
Oh, I'll find you.
Heck is he talking?
Get up right now. Where are you?
Powers can be improved. I can summon an assassin and I can bend time. Things just got more interesting. Okay. Can I just like chuck this?
Shark, we got a prowler. That don't sound right.
You ain't leaving this place alive.
He is to be captured or killed on sight. We have the full compliance of the law and the city watch. I know you're here.
Anybody else want some? I'm wasting.
I'll feed your heart.
Come on. I'm just gonna call BS on that. Wonder where he got this inspiration from. Assassin's Creed.
An intruder has been seen
You know,
on the
that
slaughterhouse
everyone's-
grounds.
I feel like
He
a
is
lot
to
of
be
people have been
captured
talking
or
about that
killed
new
on
Assassin's
sight.
Creed game.
We have the full compliance of
Good
the
myself,
law and the
obviously.
city watch.
And you know what's funny is I have a very mixed opinion on it now. Personally, I just hate any sort of race swapping, especially if it's, you know, clearly historically and fundamentally inaccurate or really goes against the spirit of nature of what, you know, people are trying to argue, say, and do. If you're gonna be equal about it, that's one thing, you know, but if you're gonna make really what ultimately amounts to straw man arguments just to win, I don't really have any real sympathy, empathy, or I don't care.
An intruder has been seen on the slaughterhouse grounds. To be captured or killed on sight. We have the full compliance of the law.
They're the kind of people
And
that
the city
have power
watch.
and influence and really don't care about the repercussions of what goes on, or even if they're actually right or wrong. It's truly disgusting when people do things like that. Politicians
They
do
used to tell stories about a woman in the slums who did work like this.
but
Granny
I
Rags.
think
They said she was
to a
100
large
years
degree
old.
and extent, I think it's even worse when it comes to
You know anyone who's still paying workers out, man?
Please, don't bother.
guess like let me give you several examples about why that game has had the controversy. It's pretty clear why the game's had the controversy. The main reason being that it's the first Assassin's Creed that is set in Japan, and ultimately is the game that we've been, personally, I have been hoping and wanting for a very, very long time. And the first time that they're actually going to do it, they're not going to put a Japanese man within the game. They're going to put a Japanese female, which is fine, no issue with that, but then they're going to put that Yasuke guy, who's, like, technically he's a real person and a real historical figure who, by all accounts, people will make straw man arguments, by the way. He was a samurai, he was a... Which is even funnier, too, because it's like, usually woke white people or black people like, trying to explain Asian people from their perspective, and there's no logic to any of what they're saying, either. Sorry. But basically, having him be the main protagonist, largely, he's also 10,000 feet taller than the other girl that's in the game as well. But you know, do I just, is there like a chaos meter? I really do need to know this, because I feel like if there is a chaos meter, why not just have my hands with it? All the others.
Things are...
Come and follow me, folks. Truthfully, the main character of the game is supposed to be a guy that's going to represent Japanese culture. I just started here thinking to myself, yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. So I've been open for it. It's just frustrating because there's a Japanese people representing. Like, okay, then that should mean, you know, hypothetically, in the last couple of years, you want to have a white character and or representative. At least be consistent with it, because if it's gonna be like this, then it should be okay, regardless of one's race, the justifications, even if there is privilege, for instance. They might have, maybe they whatever, it's just privilege. I got you. Y'all think they have, so other people don't. I think it's just nonsense for a lot of reasons, but really just complete utter nonsense. It's the same people who will basically be like, Martin Luther King's the best, and then literally go about doing everything that is antithetical to what Martin Luther King believes, and I can't stand that. Like, that's like a lot of their arguments. It's basically like, oh, arc minds. Where they will basically say one thing and mean another, and you try and call them out on it, and their immediate reaction is, when they don't have an argument, is to call you racist. And that's just, it's just not it, dude. Just, I wouldn't have a problem if these people just admitted their problems and their faults, but they don't. They just, like, you're racist, I win. And I'd be like, No, are you wrong? You're the actual racist here if you fundamentally believe that this is okay. It's funny because I've seen a lot of people make jokes that, you know, now they should have place in the Congo starring a Korean man, you know, just for good measure. And some people were like getting upset saying shut up or just nonsense or being like, it's not the same. That's because at least there's a historical figure.
An intruder has been seen on the
historical
slaughterhouse
figure, and then
ground.
we'll point out
He
that
is to be
like,
captured or killed
well,
on
Assassin's
sight.
Creed's never used
have the full
historical
compliance of the
figures.
law
If
and
you're
the
trying to
city
be
watch.
actually historically accurate, then you should be doing, you know, fake characters. And just actually do the realistic history of what the names represents instead of having to be samurai and gay. And then just be like, well, Assassin's Creed has never really actually been a historically accurate franchise, even though they've literally based their entire franchise off of history. Not to mention, not only history, but history, but really have codex pages devoted to historical moments, places, etc. I mean, actually, correct me if I'm wrong, I actually reached a point where they actually were requested to help with. Did I hit it? Oh, is it here? Oh, check. They were actually requested to help with the reconstruction of the Notre Dame Cathedral during Assassin's Creed Unity. Your argument's moot at that point when you are so historically accurate that you're being asked to help repair brilliant historical and great pieces of architecture. I can't, you know. Nonsense. And the only thing I'll have to say about that is it's sickening, and the fact that people are generally okay with it. I mean, it's not the biggest fan of it. Oh. Yeah, good. Ooh, time card. Interesting. Cool. Okay. Should I continue on this?
An intruder has been seen on the slaughterhouse ground.
Dog.
He is to be captured
I'm
or
gonna
killed
reach
on
up there.
sight. We have the full compliance of the law and the city watch.
The slaughterhouse butchers are locking workers in the pump control station by the docks. If you could get in there, I bet the workers would tell you just about anything you wanted to know.
What was all that? Okay, let's go in. Ultimately, though, my point's going to be moot, largely, because, I mean...
Rothwild's got a stubborn reputation. I doubt asking nicely is going to work. We'll have to find a more persuasive means of getting what you want out of him. He's probably close to his office. We should start there.
Hey. Been in the chair already.
I don't know who to shoot more if you do it. Just kind of going for it. really should get another void gaze power because I need to see peoples and there we go. This is much more conducive for me. What is this? Okay, this is very difficult game. Always appreciated though. Way up there. Rothschild's office over there.
Butcherman, you collect your bonuses at sundown in my offices. Well done. The rest of you can
But anyways, back to
What
my
are those
point.
idiots?
Assassin's Creed Shadows, which by the way is just objectively racist name too. I find it so funny. So we have black protagonists in it, and then the Shadows, like,
We're the ones that do
way
the
to be
dirty
subtle,
stuff
bro.
around here. Maybe we need to be organizing, huh?
But
Hey, that's
ultimately,
not
at the end of the
funny.
day, it's
You say that again,
gonna
even
make
as
money.
a joke, and you're wasting
It's gonna make money no matter what. Which might upset some people. I mean, first off, just people buying the game without seeing any actual gameplay or pre-ordering it. And specifically, the fact that the game was full price with all DLC included is $130+ is mind-boggling to me. That, yeah. It's gonna make its money. That's the unfortunate reality that we currently live in. And, you know, I can be mad about it all I want, be upset by it. I'm probably not gonna get it. I love it with you. Like, I haven't gotten an Assassin's Creed game since Brotherhood. No. Sorry, what's the British one? Syndicate. Since Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
I know what this is. A makeshift interrogation chair. Rothwild must be using it to coerce employees.
Assassin's Creed Syndicate though, and because I never played Origins, once I saw the new gameplay style and mechanics that were going to be introduced to the game, I was not the biggest fan, to be honest with you. Actually, I mean, Syndicate's probably one of my favorite Assassin's Creed games. I enjoy British history, and to be able to see a bunch of the great historical figures during the peak industrial revolution of the times, I think was truly incredible, breathtaking. London.
While striking
wonderful
labor
to
is
look
my
at, and
generous offer stands.
I like the grappling mechanic, and it's one of those games that, like, the biggest reason why it didn't sell well initially was because of the previous game, Unity's launch was just so dreadful that it really turned off a lot of people to what the game could have been. Probably could have been one of their best Assassin's Creed games, but it's not gonna end well. But ultimately,
What shall we
like I probably shouldn't be killing all these people just because, I don't know, I feel like it's good. Fight these guys off, man.
Someone's been killed. I ain't stupid. I know you. Come on out.
But people can buy it. It's gonna make its money. Excuse me. It's gonna make its money. That's gonna happen. Now, will it sell well? That's the question. I think it might be one of those instances where I truly believe that this game will do pretty well, enough to justify, you know, whatever the next Assassin's Creed game is, and I think it's gonna do pretty well in the beginning, like sell 5-6 million copies in the first like 6 months, and be like, oh, all the haters that were like, oh, you know, and then they're gonna come out with another Assassin's Creed game, and that, regardless of the setting, location, yada yada, no matter how much you entice them, I think it's not going to, that one, so that's gonna suffer ultimately, because my idea right now is that you have largely, I think Ubisoft in general is largely just alienated probably, I would say, a fifth of their overall fan base just by even introducing the game. That they were going to go down this Ranger, danger. losing their faith in the franchise because they've been kind of doing very weird things with games lately. I think a bunch of people love Origins. I think they probably had some issues with Odyssey. Also, the historical aspect of Odyssey being very, very minimum. A little bit misplaced in, and not completely accurate. My dogs are very, very lovely creatures, but they bark so much. Oh, there we go. A third of those people who are just so sick and tired of this direction that they're going in. Some people might constitute it as I hate to characterize it this way, but I just hate to it's just ridiculous, stupid. Maybe a woke mindset, deep mindset.
How much does he know by
level
now?
of diversity,
Ramsey?
equality,
No,
and
this is about the
inclusion,
workers. This is about
which is
fair
really
pay and
stupid
safe
when it comes to
conditions.
historical
Don't
games,
bother.
because
You're not the first of
like
his moles.
if you want to go down that woke perspective, then it's not going to be accurate
trust
because
Extra elixir
most
rations,
of world
bags of
history all
coins,
across every
bonuses.
single country and
But you're
nation.
about to see the...
You got
That might be worth checking out.
inequality, you know.
What? How did you get in here? You're Dowd, right? So what are you doing?
I ain't telling you.
Who hired
Secret assassin.
I'm here for information about the Delilah.
Who hired you?
Person boy did.
Are you here from the Regent?
Maybe he's here to put you in your special chair, Rothwild.
Shut up!
Kill him, and I'll tell you all about Delilah. And pay you as well.
Quiet! She's giving you very bad advice. You won't be taking me alive. Someone get over here!
To go ham. I'm just gonna start killing everyone now, because that's the straw that broke the camel's back for me. You serious? Oh wow, this game's very serious. All the way back here. I gotta start saving more. Okay, you know what? I'm not playing it safe anymore. I'm gonna go ham. Thoroughly frustrated. I mean, talking about Assassin's Creed probably has me in that mindset too. But I know there's a lot of people. I've talked to at least 4 people personally that when they heard the rumors of Assassin's Creed Shadows initially, specifically the game being set in Japan,
I know what this
is. That first came out, and then
a makeshift interrogation chair. Rothwild must be using it to coerce employees.
Like an actual ninja assassin. Really hyped a lot of people up, including myself, and I was thoroughly prepared to, like, alright, let's do it. Maybe get to play with Hattori Hanzo, you know, or fight Nobunaga Hoda, Hideyoshi Toyotomi, like the great historical figures in Japan's history. And I think if they're going to do the specific area they're going to do, like, it's basically just going to be like Assassin's Creed Onimusha a little bit, you know, a little Samanosuke Akechi kind of thing going on. I was thoroughly and genuinely hyped for whatever the game was going to be ultimately. And then when things started trickling out, you know, like more rumors stuff. That the game was gonna feature a black protagonist. I was like, no, they're not gonna do a Yasuke guy, are they? They can't. First off, he was real or existed, sure, you know. He's also black, he was never a samurai. Because by definition, and logically speaking, like, racism existed back in 1500 and they weren't gonna let a black guy, no matter how cool he is because he's black, be a samurai. That's just the way it was. For samurai, specifically, years and years and years to abilities required and requisite on the samurai. It's complete and utter nonsense and foolish, fairly frustrating. Because it's all lies. There's many different reasons. Hopefully I'm just gonna stop and take a quick second, and I will catch you guys later. Unfortunately, business to attend to, but we'll join you guys again soon. Love and respect, like and subscribe.